Alas, Poirot never learned to tickle the ivories.
Poirot, you employed that phrase correctly.
I hope you are not implying Poirot's English to be anything less than perfect.
Well, that is to say, I would never presume.
It appears to be an empty bottle of the grenadine. Forgive the intrusion, mademoiselle.
Oh,
I did not mean to startle you.
not at all. I must have been miles away. You're Monsieur Poirot, aren't you? I understood you joined us last evening. I'm Rosamund Darnley.
Enchanté. What brings you to Seadrift Island, Mademoiselle Darnley?
A short rest before the fall season.
But of course, you are the proprietress of Rosemont, the fashion house. Your designs are first-rate. Hastings, what does Poirot know of such things?
I'm surprised you are interested in women's fashions, Monsieur Poirot.
Sometimes I surprise even myself, mademoiselle. It is very quiet here, n'est-ce pas?
I don't mind the quiet. There were a number of children here until a few days ago. They were evacuated. Ken's daughter Linda is here, but she's 16. Hardly a child anymore. I've had one odd incident. A small crime, even.
Sometimes the small crimes are but appetizers to a main course.
I brought a typewriter down to catch up on some correspondence. It disappeared from my room the day after I arrived.
Have you been here on the island long?
Just a few days. It was a spur-of-the-moment sort of thing.
Did you report the theft?
No, my jewelry and over £20 in my purse were untouched. I suspect someone simply borrowed the typewriter and will return it when they're finished with it. Rude, perhaps, but possibly not a crime at all.
What day did you find the typewriter missing?
The 20th.
Did anyone take an interest in the typewriter when you arrived?
Come to think of it, a man named Major Barry did make some comment. But I rather felt he was simply looking for an excuse to talk to me.
Au revoir, madame. This is a useful point to measure the time it takes to reach Cutter's Cove, the spot that will be the scene of the murder. From the hotel to Cutter's Cove, it is 25 minutes. I did not mean to frighten you, my friend.
You didn't, and I'm not.
The pub, it is open?
No.
You have the binoculars, I see.
What of it?
They are for the watching of birds?
Yes, I'm very fond of birds.
Are you staying at the hotel?
Are you?
Mais oui. Hercule Poirot, at your service.
My name is North.
If he's a birdwatcher, I'm a penguin, Poirot.
Shall we follow him? It is up to you.
He's up to something, Poirot. Are you going to let him get away?
My shoes are of the finest leather, buffed to a perfect sheen. I will not be subjecting them to seawater.
Take them off, then.
No. If you wish to cross the causeway, summon the sea tractor. I will not wait.
Oh, for pity's sake. Phone isn't much good if no one will answer it.
Latched tight on the inside.
Hello there.
Good morning, mademoiselle. I am Hercule Poirot.
Emily Brewster. Pleasure to meet you.
You rest from your exertions?
No, I teach ballet to a lot of energetic young girls. It would take more than a little row around this tiny island to wear me out. I don't know if you noticed, but I found what looks like the carving of a dart on a rock on the path there when I came down to bathe. It appears to be quite old. I was curious to see if there were any more carvings along here.
And have your investigations met with success?
Nothing so far. The sea may have worn any away, I suppose.
Are you enjoying Seadrift Island?
To tell you the truth, Mr. Poirot, this was a necessary trip for me. I lost a very close friend several months ago. I'm here to try and come to terms with her death, and to reclaim my life if I can. Forgive me for being so frank to an innocent question. I'm not sure why I said that.
Not at all, mademoiselle. People often find they can confide in me.
Of course. You're that Hercule Poirot.
There is more than one?
I've heard of you, of course. I apologize, I didn't make the connection at once.
Have you been here at the hotel long?
9 or 10 days.
Have you formed any impressions of our fellow guests?
Are you down here on a case, Mr. Poirot?
No. For a short holiday only. Forgive me if the question was impertinent.
Oh, I don't mind. Let's see. Horace Blatt is a wealthy businessman, of the sort one tries to avoid in London. Loud and boorish. I think he finds us all rather boring. The Redferns seem like a nice couple, but I've noticed a tension between them. If you want my opinion, Arlena Marshall is at the bottom of it. She's one of those women men seem drawn to, and other women tend to hate.
You choose to bathe here instead of at the beach?
Yes, I do so every day. It's just a few steps from the hotel. And there's this one gentleman, Major Barry, who seems to take a rather obvious interest in women in bathing attire. Makes my flesh crawl. So I try to avoid the beach.
Good luck in your investigation.
Thank you.